Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Lindsay Glass Campbell. I'm with TPWD over the Cultivated Oyster Mariculture program. And tonight I'm presenting on two items that are up for adoption at the May 2025 TPW Commission meeting. Those two amendments and two items are revision to COM permit fees and revisions for the allowable parentage of triploid oysters. Just to give a quick status update on the Cultivated Oyster Mariculture permits, or COM, as I'll abbreviate throughout this presentation. There are 14 permitted grow-out sites. Those are where oysters are grown to harvestable size, totaling 106 acres. There are 38 sites in conditional status, totaling 116 acres, and those in the conditional status, while they've been approved by TPWD, must gather authorizations from other agencies prior to beginning any sort of mariculture activities. And we have 7 permitted nursery hatchery sites totaling 51 acres, and nursery hatchery sites are where oysters are spawned and grown in early life. Our first topic is proposed production of annual fees for COM permits. This was determined through stakeholder input provided by the COM industry to encourage small business growth by reducing financial barriers to entry, the review of other states' fees, and department data relative to COM fees. Currently, for grow-out sites, the annual fee is $450 per acre per year for the portion of sites that are in public water. For these grow-out sites, currently all are entirely in public water, but as there could be adjacent to private land, those are $170 per acre per year. Proposed is to reduce that to $150 per acre per year in public water and $57 per acre per year on private land. For our nursery hatchery sites, currently, for the portion of the sites that are in public water is $170 per acre per year, plus a penny per square foot surcharge. On private land, it's $170 per acre. Proposed is whichever is greater, $150 annually, or a combination of the total of public water at $150 per acre per year and private land at $57 per acre per year. The reason we have a minimum fee for these nursery hatchery sites is many of them are much less than an acre. So that minimum fee is to help defray the department cost of annual inspections that are required for all COM sites, whether they are grow-out sites or nursery hatchery sites. The second topic of proposed amendments are the allowable parentage of triploid oysters. So the proposal is to allow the use of oysters from northern growth Gulf broodstock for triploids. And triploids are just a type of oyster that are preferred by farmers because they grow faster and can be harvested year-round. We have reviewed the current scientific information on oyster genetic stocks, our current biosecurity protocols, stakeholder feedback from the community regarding seed supply, and determined that this allowance would encourage the industry stability and growth through a more reliable and constant oyster seed supply. And oyster seed are just those juvenile oysters that farmers get to stock in their cages. So a brief review of these genetic stocks is that in Texas, we have two regions. We have our southern stock region, which is Laguna Madre, upper and lower Laguna Madre, which are different from our North Texas region. Now, our North our Texas North region is actually part of a larger North Gulf region, based on extensive genetic testing of sites throughout the Gulf and evaluating the genetic stocks and differences between those. Over when you get to Florida, there is a northern Florida stock and a southern Florida stock. When you see on these screens areas with hash marks, no, those are areas where there's we call mixing zones, and oysters found in those areas could be from one stock or another. So you're going to find either one there. So our proposal, looking at this map, is to allow the use of oysters from that northern Gulf region. So from Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, or Mississippi and Alabama, all those regions that we know are part of that northern stock with little, if any, mixing from other stocks. So allowable for those to be the diploid parent for triploids from a diploid tetraploid cross. The broodstock origin, as always, still must be documented, and all of our biosecurity protocols must still be followed. So at this time, we'll take any questions you might have. You can use that Q&A button and type in your questions. While we're waiting for that to occur, I'm going to go, while people are typing in any questions they may have, I am going to go over what the next steps are. So we're currently taking public comment on both of these items, and the deadline for public comment is May the 21st, 2025 at 5 p.m. Public comment can be submitted by phone, by email to cfish.tpwd.texas.gov, or through the TPWD website, where you can find any regulation that is up for adoption and provide public comment. You could Google TPWD public comment, and then on that screen, scroll down, it will list items that are up for adoption that you can provide public comment for. You click on those, it will take you to the item, give you the full changes of the text, and then have the space where you can type in your public comment. Additionally, this item will be heard at the May Commission meeting, which is on the 22nd at the TPWD headquarters in Austin. The meeting starts around 9 o'clock. This item will be up fairly quickly, but I don't know the exact time. But you can sign up and give public comment in person at that meeting. The commissioners will see a presentation and hear a public comment and take a vote on adoption. Not seeing any questions in the box, we'll go ahead and sign off for the night. If you have any questions later, if you're attending this meeting or if you're watching this recording and you have any clarifying questions you would like to ask about these items, you can again contact us through any of the means listed on the screen here, by phone, for questions by phone or by email. But again, to give your public comment on the item, by phone, by email, or through our website. Or additionally, you have the opportunity to show up at that May 22nd commission meeting in person at TPWD headquarters. Thank you and have a good evening.